Hey, just wanted to give everybody a friendly reminder to hit that subscribe button because I know YouTube unsubscribed quite a few people from me because they've told me personally, so just check that out for me if you don't mind. What is up, my Teaspiracy people? Let's get back to basics here. I got some things to say.
I cleaned all day. I'm like such a mess. I am so messy right now. Let me find a filter here. And I don't really work on the weekends. I have definitely been taking a lot more time off to deconstruct, to decompress, to spend time with my son and my hubby. And
Before we get started, I just have to note the fact that every time Katie wants to talk about her quote-unquote haters or her trolls, she always starts it off in the same way. It's always, hey guys, I don't really pay attention to this stuff, but, or I haven't really been online that much lately, but, or I don't watch these videos, but, or I don't read these messages, but. It's always the same, and it's always, I've been spending so much time with my family, I haven't been able to pay attention, but. It's like she always has to set the stage to make us think she never knows what's going on, but then she tells us she knows what's going on and says, I never really know what's going on, but then you do really know what's going on because you're telling us you know what's going on when you're trying to pretend like you don't know what's going on. Know what I'm saying? Now, she forgets the fact that some of us have her on Instagram and we've been watching her drag everyone and their mother, like, nonstop. I mean, she really counts on the fact that nobody will catch that or call her out on that. So that's a bunch of BS. It is, right off the rip, as usual.
I was thinking about something, and I have been very quiet for a couple weeks. And first of all, I'm not here to drag anyone. This is not about being upset. This is not being, about being disappointed or anything. I've been really focused on taking care of myself, disconnecting from a lot of the negativity that happens online and disconnecting from the negative messages and the negative comments and just focusing on my content, which has been amazing because when I focus my time and my energy on what serves me and my business, it my channel flourishes. And that is sort of where I went wrong before. And I was watching some stuff that's been happening, and I have to be honest.
Anytime you hear Katie Joy say, I have to be honest, I mean, we should automatically think that she's not being honest.
I don't watch videos about me. I don't watch videos about me.
Just because you do it, you address people like myself by name on Instagram and you don't do it on YouTube, doesn't mean that people can believe the fact that you don't watch videos about you. You do.
I get a lot of messages from people, and they're like, oh, so-and-so is saying this about you, and this person's going to expose you, and this person's going to say this, and this person's going to say that, and I just don't pay attention to it, and I just don't watch that kind of stuff. I don't respond to those messages at all when I get them now. I don't really even read them. I don't know what's been going on.
Oh, here comes the but.
But lately I've been getting some messages that there's been sort of people kind of coming to realizations about the directions they want to go with their channels, not okay with certain narratives they've been putting out about me, not okay with the amount of bullying that I've received, but that I've also been told and I'm seeing that some of these same channels that have been I
don't listen and I don't know, but I've been told and I've been seeing. Oh, could this get any more Katie Joy than it already has? I mean, could it really? Come on.
Very negative towards me are now getting targeted, and now they are kind of experiencing to a small degree what I've gone through for months and months and months. And a lot of these channels are starting to realize it's not fun when you're on the receiving end of that. It's not fun to be the one that's attacked. It's not fun to have people making exposed videos on you. It's not fun to be criticized, right? And I noticed that one of the biggest people that caused me the most stress and probably anxiety, BX Beastboy, actually dumped 400,000 views off of his channel.
Poor Katie. I think she thinks that, BX had some, awakening moment where he was like, you know what? What I'm doing is wrong here. Let me just erase these videos. No. Sorry to break it to you, Katie, but I think that he did it because he knows that he has been shatting all over channels like myself who make Katie Joy videos, whilst forgetting that he made a shoot ton of Katie Joy videos. So yeah, hide and seek is more like it if you ask me, but he does have a plethora of Katie Joy videos on his Garfield account, so they are not gone. I mean, he's still trying to build up that Garfield account, so what better way to do it than Katie Joy? And if he can't use Katie Joy, then he will use people like myself who make Katie Joy videos. It's really an obvious business strategy he has going on here. And on that note, I noticed that some people are like, I told you so about BX, I told you so. Okay, well, in case you haven't noticed, I am not somebody who follows the crowd. I am not somebody who will sit there at a lunch table with you and have you be like, oh, you see that person over there? Yeah, we don't like them, so like you probably shouldn't either. And like, yeah, like no, I ain't part of the Mean Girls Club. I'm not somebody who's going to dislike somebody off the rip because other people don't like them. If somebody approaches me respectfully, is respectful to me in their videos and whatever else, then yeah, I show respect back. It's when that stops happening that I go, oh hell no. It's because I choose to learn for myself, and yeah, I mean, if that isn't something that you can grasp, I mean, I'm sorry for you, I guess. I don't know. And with that being said, I try to respect fellow creators and support them. I know a lot of these creators out here wouldn't be caught dead using their real account to go comment on another creator's account, you know what I mean? Unless it's to say, I told you so, I tried to warn everybody, you know, like when you go out of your way to say things like that, but not, hey, good job in your commentary video, like that's kind of shisty, man. I find it real funny that a lot of the creators out there have a real problem with people who make Katie Joy videos. These same people have made millions of Katie Joy videos, but because once in a blue moon they stick a couple other videos in between their Katie Joy videos, that somehow makes them better than me or something, I guess. Like, that really seems to bother a lot of people around here, and I am interested in Katie Joy. It's one story I follow day in and day out, and this is not my full-time job, okay? It's not. And I don't have time to delve into other topics and stuff. I follow one topic when I have time, and this just so happens to be it. And if that bothers some people, well, I'm sorry to hear that, but I actually do put a lot of effort and work into most of my videos as far as editing goes, as far as, you know, trying to bring a funny story to it. Like, I don't drive around in my car drinking coffee, giving my 2 cents, dude. No, I actually spend time and effort editing. So for people to be like, ooh, people who make Katie Joy videos, like, I like to leave places like learning something. Like, people who make just KJ videos are like just using her for clout and stuff. And like, yeah, I mean, if your whole come up is off of Katie Joy, obviously there's like a problem. All right. And trust and believe, if I came here just for the simple fact to get a come up and make some money, yo, I would have picked somebody a lot more popular than Katie Joy, because guess what? She's not that popular. So while I understand this whole me and BX thing might be a really fun haha for some people, I can grasp that. But just know that I, you know, had people tell me, but I'm not the type of person that will dislike somebody based off of other people's, you know, experiences. I feel like everybody deserves a chance. I did watch a girl named Xylie who did inform me more about the Manda Pants situation, and that much I didn't really know about, but now that I do, I completely understand the whole Manda Pants thing, and that was wicked screwed up. And yeah, and in hindsight is 2020, right, guys? I mean, and I had a couple people in comments, just a couple, probably like 2, tell me like, oh, you ran away from BX Beastboy because you couldn't take his criticism. Let me just be clear here. I did appreciate some of BX's criticism. I did say he was right about a couple things, and I actually left my Patreon with him, my channel membership, his Discord, all that stuff the day before he ever made his criticism video, okay? So that has nothing to do with it. I started to see some things I didn't like regardless of his criticism of me. And there are people that can vouch for the fact that I left all that stuff the day before he even made his video. Is that a coincidence? Maybe. But you know me, I don't really believe too much in coincidences. The day prior to him making the criticism about the Katie Joy moderator video, it was the day before. So, I mean, ask yourself that. I mean...
But I go to his channel, and I notice that, like, all the videos about me, all of them are gone.
I find it really funny that BX has such a problem with people who make Katie Joy videos accusing everybody of clout chase and this and that. But dude, like, I mean, you cannot deny the fact that he got majority of his subscribers when he started talking about Katie Joy. So where does that come into play here? I mean, is he not listening to the things he's saying? But one of Katie
He
Joy's
had made over 60 videos
moderators
about
who
me.
had a personal relationship with her, who actually texted her, comes out and talks about her problem, and all of a sudden it's an issue. Okay. And another thing, this is just something I noticed. People who have to constantly tell people how real they are and how they're, spitting knowledge and truth, just speaking facts, spitting truth, blah, blah, blah. If that's your thing, man, and every day you have to remind your audience about how real you are you even really real, bro? I mean, like I said, I'm just saying, lions don't walk around and tell other animals they're lions. They just do lion shit.
And they were really nasty. Going after my appearance, my parenting, all because of him and I having a misunderstanding and him recording something that I didn't know was recorded, and then he turned that into his channel, and he built his channel off of it, and he got 404,000 views, apparently, off content he made about me. Yes, over 60 videos about me. Yes. And I got a lot of criticism for making videos about other creators or making videos about the Duggars, and I never cared. I never struck him. I never reported him.
Right, because it's okay for you to make 259,000 videos about the same topic, but if anyone else does it, ooh, there's a problem, right? The thing is with the Duggars, right? This is what really gets me, man. I didn't realize how much she lied about the Duggars until I started watching True Ball of Wax. Now, True Ball of Wax knows the Duggars, right? I don't watch the Duggars. So Katie can go on and say X, Y, and Z about the Duggars, and I don't know if she's telling the truth or not. But this lady, and I'll link her in my description, she definitely knows she's lying on them, But that's okay. As much as I don't like BX right now, you're getting on him for, making money off of you, but you're making tons of money off of the Duggars, and you're lying on all their names every day. Katie Joy's probably made more than 300 Duggar videos, right? Right now, she's getting herself in some hot water with those Duggars. I mean, I feel like something's gonna come of that eventually, from what I understand anyways. So, but it's okay for her to do it, right? But when anyone else does it, so she's trying to use this whole, T community beef as a way to justify the actions that she has pulled. But it's really just making her, in my opinion, look even more ridiculous.
I just tried to let it be and just stay to myself because I figured long enough, if people saw what he was doing to me, they would eventually become his target. And now,
girl, who you playing? You've gone at a ton of creators. We got Leslie, we have Sherelle's World. I mean, the list goes on. I mean, I could sit here and name a bunch of them. I mean, don't act like you don't. I mean, Creep Show. Don't act like you don't go at creators, man, because you do. You do. Stop playing.
oh, some of these people are becoming his target, and they're realizing it's awful to be on the receiving end of that. And so I started thinking about this. And this is just me putting this out there. But
I mean, I'm only going to speak for myself on this, but I wouldn't say that, Katie's toughest moments became fun for me. What became fun was calling out the hypocrisy and all of the nonsense. It became fun to go, oh, look, she said she's not responding anymore, and now she is, and then she's not, and now she is. Like that stuff is really on her as far as I can see it, because if you're going to come out here and be a hypocrite day after day after day, people are going to start to pick up on that, I mean, I can only speak for myself. I do not enjoy watching people fall. I definitely do not think of Katie Joy as a Britney Spears per se, building people up to watch them fall. No, I don't think that is even close to a good analogy, but okay.
if you want to be part of a community that is negative, and the whole goal of the community is to literally deplatform someone and hate them and spread vicious things about them, if you're part of that community, you have to realize that at any time, the people that are going after me can also start going after you. And it can happen like that, because a lot of these people that are going after,
I don't think so, because if you humble yourself and you, stay true to your word, for example, that night she was talking about, being nice to everyone and can't we all just get along? And then she literally logged off of that live, went on Twitter and started crap with LB. It's like, what? That is the problem with Katie. People oh, you guys just like to be mean to Katie. No, we like to point out Katie's hypocrisy. Well, at least I do anyways.
after me used to be people that watched me, used to be my members, used to be moderators.
Yup, and you did a lot of people dirty. Even people who have stuck up for you. I mean, look what happened to Uni, right? Anybody who runs to Katie Joy's rescue to try to even be nice to her for even a moment gets stabbed in the back, dude, every single time.
And Online, it doesn't take very much for people to go after you. They'll just do it. Like any perceived slight, you don't respond to their messages. You don't see a chat that they leave you. You don't make content that they like. You say something in one of your videos that they find offensive. They don't.
Ha, ain't that the truth? I'll give her that much. I mean, I got rid of my Twitter last night, man. Somebody called Charlotte a hillbilly, and I was like, yo, that's really like a degrading, SLUR, and it's not cool, and blah blah blah. And then I was like, it's no different like than using the N-word, right? Because it's all in the same category. All those words are in the same category, right? That's all I meant by it, nothing more, nothing less. And the person was like, how could you compare it to that word? Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm like, you're overthinking this. Then it turned into this person saying something about flying monkeys, and I come back an hour later, and next thing you know, I'm being called the R word because somebody in the thread used the phrase flying monkeys, which has to do with narcissism and nothing to do with the R word. And just, I'm like, yo, how did we get here? How did we get here? Too many crazy people on Twitter with too many crazy opinions. And I believe in energy exchanges, man. If I'm gonna go somewhere, if I'm gonna give my perspective, if I'm gonna leave my creative energy on something, man, it's all an energy exchange for me. And the energy I see on Twitter is just so toxic, and I just don't want to interact with that energy. It's just bad energy. So I got rid of it, Has all this made me question my Katie Joy videos? No, no. It hasn't at all, because me making my Katie Joy video was aligned with my beliefs. Do you know what I mean? I believe in the things I say. I believe in the things I create. And as long as it aligns with the things I believe and the things I create, I have no regrets, nor do I plan on being any different. I mean, Katie's acting like everybody's just bowing down now, and that's simply not the case with me anyways. I can't speak for any other creators, but it's like, relax, lady. We had a little incident here. We all still probably feel the same about you. It doesn't mean that everybody loves Katie Joy now. There's some creators out here who don't get along anymore, yeah, but I'm pretty sure at the end of the day, when we all put our heads on the pillow, we all go, damn, Katie Joy is still Katie Joy. Okay? See, now, people like me, and maybe even a lot of you, don't really follow the Duggars. So when Katie comes out with some Duggar content, she could lie right through her teeth, and, none of us would even know. But you have people like True Ball of Wax and other people who, do know what's going on, and they're like, whoa, everything you are saying is complete BS. You know what I mean? And Katie tries to hide behind that. So this whole, oh, I'm trying to be better with my content. No, you're not. You're like literally picking and choosing other people that majority of people don't really know about, lying on them instead. It's like, who are you trying to fool here? I don't get it. Also, she goes on and on about the community being toxic, which, in some aspects it definitely is, but I feel like, when I really thought about it the other night, and I even said it myself, but when I really thought about it, I said, well, the other online communities I've been involved in also have toxic people. No matter where you go on the internet, there's going to be that group of people who are just bad eggs. I mean, you can't escape it. I don't know of any groups that do. I mean, look what happened with that girl who dressed like a baby doll, right? She had the most toxic life, and she literally lived her life like she was a toy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no matter where you go, it's a really interesting story, by the way. I should mention it in my description, but it's like, no matter where you go, no matter what community you're in, there's always going to be bad eggs. I mean, you just can't. You just have to learn how to tune it out better. That's what I'm trying to do. That's why I got rid of Twitter, and then we'll just go from there. But I will say this. I'm not going to leave this on a whole, toxicity note, and I'm not going to let Katie Joy act like this is all toxic too, because you know what? As screwed up as Charlotte's situation was, and how bad that was, and how wrong it was, I saw a lot of love come from this community, and I saw a lot of good comments, a lot of big-hearted people. It really, a lot of us focused on the bad parts of it, but if you really sit back and look at it, the love overwhelms the hate, and when love trumps hate, that's a win in my book. I'm actually really proud of the way that this community came together to say, hey, you know what? We stand with you, and what you went through is not okay. Even the people that didn't agree with her speaking out about it still understood it and still respected it. And, you know, when that awful thing happened on Twitter, people were still like, hey, that's wrong, you know? The only people who can't seem to get their warped minds around the fact that it's wrong is the people who are already part of the mob to begin with. So steady mobbing, I know. And you know this video runs on caffeine, so I gotta give a shout out to my coffee supporters, man. I couldn't do it without you people. We got Killer Queen 74, Pam Shelton, Camilla, Rena Roo, The Boss KP, Vlad Impaler, Pam Duncan, Mama 3, Not That Karen, Casey F, Yes That Donna, Beth Armstrong, Naomi, Vlad Impaler, KP, Lisa C, Joan Wilson, Eileen D, Someone, Not That Karen, Brian Wayne, Digital Vamp, Astrology Pepper, Priscilla, Joan Wilson. Thank you guys so much for your support. Next time I plan on thanking my members, man. I cannot believe how many members I have. I'm so excited about it, guys. I'll catch you all later. Bye.